I had an order from my publisher. I worked for a publisher at the time. And he said, Stan, the Fantastic Four is selling pretty well, and whatever other book we had. He said, come up with a new superhero for me. I want to do another superhero. So I went home and I started thinking, now when you come up with a superhero, really the first thing you have to figure is, why is he a superhero? What power does he have? So I was thinking, what power could I give a new superhero? We already had the Fantastic Four, and we had a girl who was invisible and had a force field. We had a guy who could burst into flame and fly, a guy whose body stretched, and a guy who was the strongest man of all. What was left? So I'm thinking and thinking, and I see a fly on the wall. And I said, gee, what if I had a hero who could stick to walls like an insect? And I thought, that's not bad. Well, what'll I call him? Fly Man? That didn't sound dramatic. Insect Man? Didn't sound heroic. It went down the list. Mosquito Man? And then I said, Spider-Man. Oh boy, that sounded scary. It sounded dramatic. Then I figured, I'll make him a teenager, because there hadn't been any teenage superheroes. That would make him really different. And then, just for fun, I figured I'll give him a lot of personal problems. He'll worry about money. He's not that popular with girls, all kind of things. That'll make him different. Well, I was so excited about that idea, I ran into my publisher, and I told him. And he said to me, that is the worst idea I've ever heard. He said, Stan, you can't call a character Spider-Man because people hate spiders. You can't make him a teenager. A teenager can only be a sidekick. And you can't give him personal problems if he's a superhero. Don't you know what a superhero is? So naturally, I was not too encouraged. But I had the idea in my mind, I didn't want to let it go, and we were killing a magazine. We had a book called Amazing Fantasy, and we were going to kill it. The last issue was about to be published. Now, when you put out the last issue of a magazine, nobody cares what's in it. It's the last issue, the book is dying. So just for fun, I put Spider-Man in that issue and featured him on the cover. A month later, all the sales figures came into the office. And my publisher rushed over to me and he said, Stan, do you remember that character Spider-Man of yours that we both loved so much? I swear. He said, let's make a series of them. And that's how Spidey was born. Now you know the whole unvarnished truth.